All right, so we're going to jump into part 2 of the 1917 film because it still has us talking here in the van.
Yeah. Are we on?
Are we still on?
Look, it's red.
We had more thoughts about it, and spoiler this time. We want to talk a little bit about some spoilers because there were certain things that happened in this film that kind of blew our mind.
Yeah.
And maybe we won't release this film or this video because of the spoilers, but it's out now, so maybe we'll wait a week or something. But anyway,
the movie's been out for a couple of weeks, right?
Has it?
Yeah, it's been out since like the 10th, I think.
Oh. You should be fine.
Spoilers.
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 And what was the first thought you had, Dustin?
So I just wanted to say one of the things I really liked, and it was how they anchored familiar faces throughout the film.
Yeah.
It's just really smart how they did it, because it was a very British film. Very British.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was following a British guy, battalion as well. It was basically the British Army that we were following.
Yep. Yeah.
But
in France, I believe, wasn't it?
I think, it was in France.
In France, yeah.
Because spoilers, because they talk to he finds a French girl,
person,
a French woman,
yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, yeah. French person,
the
only lady in the film, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was an interesting scene too. It was like, I mean, at the same time you were kind of nervous for him. You're like, dang, that would suck to live there in that time. Holy
hiding
cow,
out in that
man.
like burnt out city or whatever that was.
Yeah.
What was the name of the city?
Acoust.
I don't, the way they say it, the problem is some of the British stuff for us, I need like subtitles sometimes.
Yeah,
because they're saying some things and I'm like, I know what you're saying, but
it's
I
English, but I
can't quite pick it up.
That's one thing I thought of when I was watching it. I was like,
they say it so
these guys
fast.
probably don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
watched
like,
it twice. So
I'm like, was that just a normal English word, or was that like a special military term?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what they're saying.
Some of it was, and I think they were really trying to fit the time era too of how they would speak. You know, I'm sure people still talk like that in certain areas of the world. But yeah, no, I liked that basically they had Colin Firth right off the bat. So because we're following characters, I mean, unless you've seen these main characters in another movie, which we haven't, or at least I haven't, you don't know these characters. A bunch kind of nobodies for us. But then they anchor the film along the way. They give you Colin Firth right off the bat, which is really cool to see.
It was really cool.
Big famous British actor, very good actor. And then the next one,
The King's Speech.
Yeah, that's a fantastic movie. He's so good in that. And then Jeffrey Rush is.
He was in that one. He was amazing in that one.
Both of them together, really bad. And then the next guy, I forget his name. Oh,
Benedict?
No. Benedict is at the end. But the next guy is he was in Sherlock, the British masterpiece.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
he played against Benedict.
You're right. You're right. Another big recognizable face and voice.
And he was probably the funniest part of this whole film. I mean, for how much he was just like, I don't care if you guys die, you're idiots, whatever. He's like, just try and throw the gun back once you start getting shot.
Was he the mastermind against Sherlock?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that's
he
who
played
that was.
Moriarty.
Moriarty, yeah. Oh, okay, that's who that was.
So he's a really
Sorry,
good
I'm thinking
actor
of the
too.
next guy that they come across, the next captain guy. Moriarty is recognizable.
Yeah, he's
for that.
next, I believe.
But the next,
Moriarty.
Yeah, he was the second one, and the third one was the guy that found them after the unfortunate farm events, which we don't have to say specifically, but that was insane. Spoilers, but that plane coming down, that was nuts. It was well shot. It was super cool.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, that guy, I don't remember his name, but he's been in a bunch of movies.
I just had it.
Right.
It's like something short, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. He played it at the end, and I'll look it up as we keep going. Yeah, he's bald, but he's like... He plays a villain a lot of the time.
Yeah, he does play a villain,
There's something about like British actors they have a lot of the time that are
very multi-purpose.
Yeah, but they're a lot of the times they're villains.
Yeah,
they play a lot of villains.
But we were looking up Sam Mendes, the director, and he is a stage and film actor or director. Yeah. So it's interesting because this movie is kind of the perfect combination of British filmmaking and British stage acting because of the continuous camera shots and the continuous, all these actors and extras just lined up in these trenches and lined up in these fields. Yeah, and everybody
has to be in place at the right time, and everything has to happen at the right time.
And I'm sure if you do like a frame for frame, maybe you could find like an error here and there.
Maybe.
I'm sure there's some of that, but kind of same premise in Dunkirk that Christopher Nolan did. Yeah. I know he didn't use any special effects. It was all practical. So when somebody trips and falls, and they just leave that in there because they don't have it. They're not going to remove it, or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy's face in the trailers of Dunkirk.
Like
awkwardly laughing, but it's like infamous now. But
that guy was ruined.
Like the guy he's running across the field near the end of the movie, and he just gets pummeled like twice.
Yeah.
He just gets up and keeps running. The camera doesn't cut.
Did you realize like the first guy he hits just never gets up?
No, yeah.
He just sits there.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm like, is that guy like seriously injured?
Is he dead?
Do we need
Did he kill him?
Medic to that guy on set?
Right. I almost feel like that guy, got tripped and fell and then didn't know what to do. Like
he's like, I was just staying down.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
was an accident, and then they just kept it.
I bet
he just stayed down because he was like, I don't want to screw up the take because it's
That's
super
a good
long
call.
take.
Yeah, and because he knows he's going to be in the frame. Because he's going to be in the shot for the next 20 seconds.
They might have said that kind of stuff on purpose. They're like, if you run into him,
you just stay down.
You stay down. Yeah. I know some people like died in that frame. It was like fell on the ground.
Yeah.
But then the second one he hit, he got knocked over twice, wasn't it?
Yeah, at least twice.
Almost 3 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder if they told him. I want to know if that was actually meant to happen or not.
Right. Yeah, I want to find that.
I don't know why.
We definitely want to see the making of on this one. Nick, I wanted to see or hear your thoughts on what you thought maybe could have been an error in the film, or something that they didn't think of.
Really an error. You were saying like you couldn't find anything that you didn't like in that movie.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
The one aspect I noticed, like both times watching it, I still couldn't catch it.
Didn't even realize.
When does he reload his gun? Because he shoots twice. He shoots the pilot twice when the plane crashes, and then after that, there's 5 to 7 shots at the guy in the tower.
Yep.
But you never see him reload.
And he shoots in the tower once.
Yeah, and he shoots him in the tower. But then after that, like, before that, you never see him reload, and after that, you never see him reload.
Yeah.
I don't think he shoots after that.
Yeah, you're right.
So, because it's like, what was the size of these clips?
Right, yeah, that's the only thing I was wondering.
Magazines, I guess? Yeah. I don't know.
Because you see him in the beginning of the film.
Yeah, we could probably Google it and find out what kind of gun he was using.
But then after that, it just...
Yeah, what gun did they mainly use? Was it M1?
I think it was
the M1?
Enfield?
Enfield? M1 Grand, Enfield? Was M1 Grand this World War II?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you could have said in any other film off screen he reloaded and kept shooting.
Right.
But in this movie, he doesn't go off screen except for like a split second when the camera's passing behind like Dustin, or whatever.
Yeah.
Some other or the truck or whatever.
Yeah, like a rock.
It's like he had like 1 second to do that. I mean, maybe when he went in the building. Well, no, he hadn't. He shot the 2. Maybe when he went in the building, came out the other side while the guys were outside. When he meets after the farm incident, he's getting on the truck. Maybe as he's passing through there, he quickly reloaded in the building.
Maybe that's literally the only time.
That was the only thing. But that was interesting.
Still shooting 7. He still shot about. You're right, like 7 or 8 rounds at the tower, which would be more if it was a 5 round.
Like 10 or 12 shots altogether.
Yeah,
something like
maybe
that.
They gave him a different gun.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that's true. They could have switched guns.
They could have swapped guns.
That's true. But even still, what size was the?
Yeah, right.
Because
was the clip
clip because the clip was just a 5 clip thing.
It was a good observation though, Nick. Man, I got a real good like sunset flare going on back here.
All right.
We've been here so long. It's sunset.
Yeah. I was gonna say finish saying the actors, which was really smart. They anchored it with familiar faces throughout the film, which I thought was smart.
Yeah, it is smart
because it was already good on its own.
Right.
But then you're like, oh, I know who that is. Oh, I've seen that guy.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun along the way again. And the next one was Mark Strong, I believe.
Mark Strong.
He's like a bald dude, but he plays.
He also played a villain in the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so he worked with Cumberbatch.
Yep.
Wow, interesting.
Cumberbatch?
Or no, that was Robert Downey.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. Yep. I'm getting them mixed up. There's too many Sherlocks.
I was trying to think of any other.
Too many Holmes.
And then the very last one, there's some more peppered in there, familiar faces, but those are the main ones I can think of. And then the last one was Sherlock himself.
Yeah,
Cumberbatch.
All I knew about this movie, and I didn't want to be spoiled once I started hearing that it was amazing, is all I knew is that Cumberbatch was in it.
Oh, really?
That's all I know.
I didn't even.
You didn't know that? That's the only thing I knew is that Benedict Cumberbatch starring in whatever, and I'm like, and after seeing the movie, spoilers, he's only in like about a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and same thing with Colin Firth. And
that was a smart.
Colin Firth.
It was a smart way to add him in too.
Right.
Because then they didn't. Those guys only probably had to be there for a day.
Yeah.
On
and
set.
I'm betting the budget of the movie was saved, and they were able to do all the crazy stuff that they needed to do in the trenches and excavating that huge field. That one shot when he goes into that huge like crater. And there's that like lake at the bottom early on, and the two of them are crossing, and that camera comes down and it floats across the water, the reflection. Yeah. Like they excavated all that and made all that. I'm assuming that was insane.
That was insane. That
and
was
then they come up, and I mean, just the scope of how they build these sets is mind blowing to me.
Yeah, because in some ways it was like we could see how they possibly save money on possibly reusing because it was so close up, and they didn't do the big outside shots a lot of the time, other than a few that they did pepper in. But by keeping it one camera, it's like they really could have saved some money even renting the camera. But I mean, they had so many extras, and I can't imagine even if you had those actors in for like just a scene or two that they weren't cheap.
No, they still want some serious stuff, but maybe cheaper because hey, look, we only need you for a day.
Yeah, exactly.
And in your day, we're going to be able to film, however much. The other thing I think about is like lighting because it was almost entirely outside.
Yeah. That's
the whole film was almost entirely.
It had like
it's not. You can tell it's not CG. It's not like Avengers movies where they like light a huge room. Like fake daylight. This was really outside.
Really outside. Yeah.
Really cool
as
locations.
far as we could tell with some of. Oh, yeah, that's true. They had like a good film color on it though.
Yeah.
That helped.
Yeah.
Because it was almost like a grayish. In a lot of ways, kind of dulled some of the colors. It wasn't bright until it got to like the fire scene and stuff like that.
Which is interesting. You never see like bright, glorious sunlight in any war movie.
All right.
Yeah.
It's always gray and cloudy.
Yeah. Which makes sense. It adds to the tone of the film. I mean, really, the film is. But then they even peppered in like the trees, like the cherry trees, which was interesting.
That was really cool. The cherry was it apple?
Those cherries.
Was it cherries? Oh, the sours. Oh, okay.
Well, and how at the end that even gave him kind of like the second wind. He was practically giving up.
That was a nice touch, and I like how the beginning ends and begins with the tree. Him leaning against the tree. That was a nice bookend.
Yep.
And that's what I mean. It's like you were there with him, especially from the very beginning till the end. I mean, it's like that's for a movie to do that. I mean, I can't think of another movie that has done that like that. And it's funny. It's almost like the one-man follow-alongs lately have been the most popular. Not the most popular, but I mean, when you think about it, we watched Joker. That followed one character the whole time.
Stayed right with him.
I mean, it was lots of cuts and stuff like that.
Right.
But I don't think you could have done that movie the same way.
No, you're right. It gives us food for thought if we ever made something in the future. But it's really cool to see how. I mean, I wonder how many people are going to try and emulate the long cuts. I know because I noticed that in certain movies. I'm like, they still haven't cut the frame. That's impressive. Just for actors to be able to act. And do all that and like cry and then get up and move along and stuff happens. Those guys were physically fit to run up those hills, to carry all that gear, and I'm sure run in fall in the water, get out of the water, hike up. They were probably physically exhausted, like they would have been in the real movie.
I mean, but
they're doing all that.
But the nice thing though about having the longer scenes, in some ways, is if you get it.
Yeah, it's
don't
done.
Have to do like individual scenes for a lot of times.
Right.
You know?
I would guess
they probably did every scene at least 10 to 20 times still. From the length that they had, because I mean they had to get it right.
Yeah.
I wonder how many mess ups they had along the way. That would be right. Can you imagine getting to the end of that super long sequence and like a dude just walked into frame?
Yeah. Oh man.
Get my lights. Do I mess with you?
I can't believe you just did that,
Christian Bale. Everybody's. That's right. I mean, it probably heightens everybody to do their best though as well, because it's like a team effort, and you don't want to be the one to let everybody down.
Right. I'm guessing because of the stage nature, they probably rehearsed this.
That's true.
Ahead of time. Rehearsal on set for days, maybe weeks to rehearse. Then they bring the actors in to do the full thing. Even the camera people to do all that backwards walking or whatever they were doing. Maybe they were in
I really want to know how they did all that.
Maybe they had it on a super huge crane jib. We'll have to watch that. But all right, well, we're getting along here, but it was a good movie.
Yeah,
spoilers. Any other things I want to say about it? For now, I'm sure we'll think about more stuff. Maybe we can talk about it on the next show.
Yeah, nothing but positive things to say about it. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. We give it a thumbs up. What'd you guys rank it? I just thought of that.
I don't know. What did we
Out of
rank
what?
it?
Did we do it out of 10 or
100.
A stay on target fresh rating.
Right.
fresh? It stayed on target.
It stayed on target.
Definitely
Yeah.
stayed on
That's what
target.
It's definitely
it
fresh.
stayed very on target. It was good.
Yeah.
It didn't
It was the
deviate.
target.
Yeah, I don't know if he's saying out of 10, it'd be in the 9s or 10s.
Yeah, I'd have to say that just for
I
the
would say
quality of
9s,
everything.
yeah.
Probably
High
9s.
High 9s, yeah.
Close to a perfect movie
Yeah.
for what it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Told a great
if
story.
one of the only things that we could think of that we made like a mistake was how many
shots
shots did he fire?
When did he reload?
When did he reload?
I mean, that's such a
I need to know,
tricky
Sam.
thing in a lot of ways.
But it's just amazing because they didn't make you think about anything other than, like, I hope this guy survives. I hope these guys get out of this, predicament.
Right.
you're on the edge of the seat.
Yeah,
the whole
edge
time.
of your seat the whole time.
Yeah.
Brilliant storytelling and writing. And it's in honor of the guy's grandpa, maybe, or great-grandpa. I don't know how old the director is. But it was in honor of somebody Mendez, who was in the British battalion. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Lance
crazy.
Corporal Alfred
Was that
Mendez?
it? Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's
Alfred
probably
H.
it, yeah.
Mendez.
Yeah.
The first,
Was it
first
him?
Royal King's Royal Rifle Company.
Yep.
Something like that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Was he the one who was actually the
I don't think he
main
was actually
character?
in. It was
a story
I think it
from
was
him.
Sam Mendes.
Based on stories he told.
grandfather.
Yeah.
Is this based on a true story?
I'm guessing.
It never says that,
It doesn't
but I'm
say that,
sure
but it sounded like
is.
they said stories from right?
Who told us the stories?
Something like that. So
Yeah.
anyway, but it was fantastic. Great movie.
Check it out.
Yeah, check
Yeah.
it out.
Check it out. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Call completed.
Okay.
Awesome.
Phone call completed.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Bye now. Still not completed. Okay, there we go. Here we go. We can see ourselves on camera
Oh wow.
infinitely.
That's weird.
Yeah, we're doing the good one.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
We gotta do it again, right?
That's it.
Let's do it.
Cut. Okay. All right.
That's
so,
how 1917 is. That's how it feels.
I just have to.
All right. Boom.
Blows up in our faces.
All right.
Hey, we're back again.
Hey,
Should
we're
we
back.
just do a spoilers one though?
Spoilers. Oh, I guess we could. All right. So yeah.
We're doing two different ones.
I don't know. You could just
Non-spoilers and spoilers.
do a cut in between.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And yeah, just say like spoiler
that's true.
talk now.
or you could just do two different separate videos, non-spoilers and then a spoilers.
yeah.
Do it.
Screw, we'll do both.
Like
Screw. Let's do both of them. Let's do both of them.
That's
just
from
meld
a
them together.
fantastic movie.
Fantastic Academy Award winning movie.